kind of matchup with... Two teams that specialize in offense.
Points, BA, points. I mean, these guys are going to go at each other, and we're just going to see who can get into the best flow in this game. Is it going to be the starters? Is it going to be somebody off the bench that comes in and really stabilizes what they're trying to do offensively? Somebody's got to get an advantage. So is it who's hot first? We're going to find out.
And now Dallas' starting group. Kyrie Irving out there with Thompson. Then there's Davis. Then it's Daniel Gafford. And it's Washington in at the 3. Thompson shot is off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Dort with it. And Davis picks him up defensively.
Those kind of dunks get your team going, and Lugens Dort applying the pressure.
Holmgren against Davis. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, BA. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends. And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pass to Washington. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Washington, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 open that time. Made it look easy.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, at 6'6", SGA absolutely has the size to get up there and throw it down.
Davis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Irving, no good.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss. No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 6. Outside for Dort. Pass to Holmgren. Six on the shot clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Connects from downtown.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Davis with it. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Give him 8. Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game, coming at any defense that people throw at him.
And the Mavericks going with a whole new group out there. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you.
This is what Gilgeous-Alexander does. He attacks you relentlessly.
Dinwiddie outside. Shot to stop the run. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
In that 2018 draft, you think about those names: Doncic, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Boy, that's a lot to begin with.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Dinwiddie against Dort. Outside, Williams. Exum outside. 5 to shoot. The 3. Hits a three-pointer.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Williams is out there with Williams. Then it's Cason Wallace. Then it's Alex Caruso. And it's Mitchell in at the point. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Pass to Wallace. Lets it go from the wing. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. Joe's checked in for Caruso.
Now into the lineup for your Thunder, number 11, Isaiah
Mitchell with the ball. Irving picks him up. Irving against Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Williams misses. Mavericks trail by 9. Thompson scanning the floor. Pass to Christie. For 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Wallace. Off target from outside. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And already one of the more consistent three-point shooters. Cason Wallace is lethal from outside, Brett.
Really impressive BA in his first year to shoot over 40% from 3. Pretty selective in the ones he took, but still his #1 attribute is how disruptive he can be defensively at that guard position. That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Knocks down the long J. Irving's got 11 points.
Now that pull-up shot right there, that ain't easy. And Kyrie, he made it look easy.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A. With teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
Gafford, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Three-pointer. Christie's shot is off. Thunder leading by 7. Wallace outside. And he banks in the layup. Wallace has got his first points of the game.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And it's Irving missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Oh, got that one up quick. And it's a 12-point Thunder lead.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Christie passes it to Thompson. Pass to Irving. Will it go? Again, the miss by the Mavericks. For Oklahoma City, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
The 3 from Thompson. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Wallace outside. It's stolen. Here's Christie. No made baskets yet. Out to Thompson. Gafford the screen. Thompson finds Gafford. Just 4 to shoot.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Thunder leading by 10. And stolen by Irving. Nails it from beyond the arc. Irving's got 14 points for the game.
And that is just money from Kyrie. He's so dangerous from outside the three-pointer.
Wallace right side. Outside, Williams. Outside for Mitchell. Pass to Wallace. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. He's got 6.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Irving against Mitchell. Irving, the pass to Gafford. Here's Christie. Gafford, the screen. Fires from the corner. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Back after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. Anthony Davis is out there with P.J. Washington. Then it's Daniel Gafford. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Thompson in at the 2-guard position.
And Irving is so difficult to stay with in the pick and roll. The moment he gets that kind of room, he's going to pull.
Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Thompson against Dort. Back to Washington. Left side Irving. Left side Davis. Over Holmgren. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Davis has got his first points of the night.
Very steady from the mid-range. Davis more than capable after he faces up.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Holmgren goes in. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And putting some power behind his drive. Holmgren managing to get there for an easy slam.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. Unloads. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out. Irving's got 18 points in the game.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them, but let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Dagnall said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Davis, the pass to Marshall. Knocks down the long J.
Now, AD doesn't always seek out shots. He's not a ball hog, so he's ready to score or make a pass.
Here's Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Williams has got his second basket.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Dort with a steal. And they're on the run. Left side, Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got 4 rebounds now. Lively with a screen on Dort. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Well, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Exum's checked in for the Mavericks. Dinwiddie against Dort. From downtown, and the three-pointer goes. Marshall's got 6.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Gilgeous-Alexander, rebounded by Marshall. Mavericks trail by 9. Pass to Williams. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
So Oklahoma City ends up going with a new group. Exum outside. Here's Marshall. Back to Exum, to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Lively with a screen on Williams. Williams with it. Guarded now by Williams. It's good. Thunder leading by 7. Wallace outside. The kick out to Williams. Here's Joe. He drops it from range. Give him 8.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
Exum outside. Pass to Dinwiddie. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They've led by as many as 14. Count that one. And now it's a 12-point Oklahoma City lead.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Here's Williams. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, a sizable. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. They've got Isaiah Joe. Kenrich Williams is out there with Williams. Then it's Cason Wallace, and it's Mitchell in at the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. And out of bounds, Dallas will have it. So it's the Mavericks now. Davis with a screen on Mitchell. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Irving against Gilgeous-Alexander. The fader. The offensive rebound. Davis is screen. The three from Washington. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now. Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort. Holmgren with it. Dort outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. That one goes. Count it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 26 points.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing. He wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
On the wing, Thompson. Gafford the screen. Holmgren against Thompson. Back to Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
Well, Thompson doesn't have the ball in his hands a lot to make plays, but he's a good, quick decision maker when he's decisive like that.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got rebound number 7 tonight. Davis, the pass to Washington. And here's Thompson for 3. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
Clay not forcing anything, just waiting for his time and collecting points in the flow of the offense.
Dort with a steal. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Williams from long range. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Thunder lead by 16. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Mavericks trail by 16. On the wing, Davis. He's covered by Holmgren. And that one's good. Thompson.
Yeah, raise your hand if you're surprised that Klay Thompson racked up 3 more points.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Davis with a rebound. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. The 3 from Thompson. Here's Gafford. Drops in the layup for 2.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. There's 1:12 left in the fourth. Shot clock at 5. Launches a 3. Davis with a rebound. Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Washington. Back to Irving. Shot from the top of the key. And it's Dallas scoring again. So it's Oklahoma City now. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 35 seconds left in the final quarter. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it.
Dallas ball.
And Dallas with possession. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. And there's the lob. And the dunk by Gafford.
so good at knowing when to shoot and when to pass off the screen. Kyrie Irving dictating the defense that time.
Pass to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Gafford with the block. So we see Oklahoma City get the win here. This one was in the balance right until...
each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center, filling out the middle. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
That is not a bad decision to pull from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
That bucket in no time at all.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Tatum kicks to Brown. Back to Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Thunder have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jaylen Brown. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. The people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Now here's Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Outside Holiday. Out to White. From deep. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The Thunder with another miss. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Dort against Tatum. The kick out to Holiday. Lets it go from deep. Hits the three-point bomb.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
Boston trailing. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Daigneault for a minute. He noted how much extra film they're watching heading into this. And one guy that jumped out at them was Kristaps Porzingis. He said scoring over that guy is a challenge. It's not just the size, it's how well he positions himself. And he's a patient shot blocker. He waits for you to make your move. We'll see how they approach it. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
One of the craziest dunks we've seen. Tatum with the bounce. Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looked. It's a challenging shot.
Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. A minute 20 left to play in the first. Williams for 3. Rebound Boston. Outside Tatum. That's to Porzingis. Porzingis sets the pick for White. The kick out to Tatum. Brown outside. Just 5 to shoot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Checking in for the Celtics, Al Horford.
Thunder have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game up. Porzingis with the block. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Hauser. Not going to go that time. Excellent D there from Williams. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. There's 25 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Releases. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Got it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
Mitchell is out there with Cason Wallace. Then there's Isaiah Joe. Then it's Williams. And it's Williams at the 5, down low. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second.
An elite distributor for a pick man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
The kick out to Williams. Offline with his 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Now here's Wallace. Hasn't made one yet. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by White. Wallace misses. Celtics trail by 3. Here's Pritchard to the inside. Here's Cornette, and there are the Celtics with another basket. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. It's Joe on the wing. Tries again, and it's Williams laying it in.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Poor guy.
Out left to the wing. Here's Cornette. He's guarded by Williams. The jump hook, and it's Boston with another. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Mitchell's shot is good.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And White kicks to Horford. The Celtics working the ball around now. That one drops for him. White's got his first 2 points of the night.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Now, here's Mitchell. Defense right on him. Williams can't get it to go. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Pritchard passes to Cornette. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's Cornette, and we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Brown comes in for Derek White, and it's Holiday in for Pritchard. Joe with it, working on Horford. Williams passes to Mitchell. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Jaylen Brown.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And something else that I like is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
Boston foul.
For Oklahoma City, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. Free throw drops for Mitchell. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Williams. Williams, he's checked in for Isaiah Joe. And it's Dort in for Wallace. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
The length and athleticism of Tatum is something else. Look, you can't blame the D for fouling him there. That's just something that's going to happen.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jaylen Brown. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
Here's Tatum. Through contact, Tatum.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. And here's Porzingis. Nothing on the board. Brown the pass to Porzingis. Driving the lane, and the dunk by Porzingis.
He's a really big man. Kristaps has insane handles for someone who is 7'3". Normally it's hard for players that tall to keep the ball on the bounce.
Nobody near Williams. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Williams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Tatum. Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
On the inbound. There's the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game, pulling in the right direction.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Right side, Porzingis takes a 3, carries it from three-point range. Porzingis has got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
I love seeing Tatum exhibit the passion that he has shown us tonight. Such a motivated performance by him.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Count that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Tatum's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
White left side. Back to Brown. And here's Tatum for three. It's good from long range. Tatum's got 22.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that will energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Some changes for Boston. Horford comes in for Porzingis, and it's Pritchard in for White. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good there. Great D that time from Tatum. Celtics leading by 4. The tray. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Over to the wing. Holmgren kicks to Williams. Driving in. Oh my goodness, the slam!
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? Oh, wow!
That is powerful. Showing off his pure athleticism. Brown with a memorable finish.
RJ, we've seen multiple all-star games for Jaylen Brown. Can he become a superstar?
To me, if you've got a finals MVP in your back pocket on your resume, you are now a superstar, and Jaylen Brown is that.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Here's Pritchard. In the corner, Horford with it. Williams against Craig. Back to Horford. Plays it up off the glass. Horford's got his first points of the night.
And inside the paint really is where Horford goes to work. Still athletic enough and really makes it look easy.
That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket for Mitchell.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Holiday. Rebound by Williams.
And he's very confident from that range, but he can't make them all.
Williams finds Wallace. Sinks the triple. Now just a 1-point Boston lead.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Craig passes to Pritchard. They double him with Mitchell. Pass to Hauser. Here's Holiday. Drives to the hoop. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's 7 points for Drew Holiday.
And how about the burst there of speed from Holiday on the drive, sipping in before the D can rotate.
11 seconds left to play in the third. Horford with the screen on Wallace. Outside, Horford. Here's the 3. No good from 3-point territory. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
First personal foul.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Williams is out there with Isaiah Joe. Then it's Mitchell. Then it's Williams. And it's Wallace in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Brown finds Tatum on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Smart play by Tatum. Using the fake to get the contact.
Shooting for Boston.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And hey, he did just enough to get the lead. That's what's most important.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Dort, and it's sent back by White. Here's Pritchard. Outside, Porzingis.
Come get it, come get it.
Down low, Tatum, and it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Dort. There's the killer two-handed slam. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Tatum wide open, he fires one. A 3 from Tatum.
Well, Tatum is the obvious option for the catch and shoot. He's such an efficient scorer.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Drew Holiday's checked in for Pritchard.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score. You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one. But look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Outside, Dort. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists tonight. Tatum kicks to Porzingis. White the pass to Porzingis. Back to White. Porzingis sets the pick for White. On the wing run. Back to Porzingis. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Pulls it from the elbow. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Dort's got 7 points for the quarter. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Thunder?
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein.
And Porzingis demonstrating there why he's an effective two-way player, positioning himself well there to just bother the shooter.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
And a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Pritchard, he's checked in for Boston. Beyond the arc. Thunder with the rebound. Holmgren's got his 4th rebound in this one. And now we've got the intentional foul. Celtics making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss. Celtics trail by 3. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 2.
We talk about Tatum's offense, and for good reason, but his play on the defensive end is really valuable for this team.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws in practice. What a cool customer.
Holiday against Williams. Shot clock at 6. Back to Hartenstein. Here's Dort. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the 3-point line.
Porzingis finds White. Porzingis with a screen on Williams. Out to Porzingis from the arc. Boston again missing.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2. And Brown drops them both. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
Drew Holiday. That's his 5th.
And this is the time now where the officials can review. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
That and one free throw ups it to a 2-possession game. Costly foul on the shot that time.
Outside Tatum. And here's Porzingis for a 3. The Thunder pull it in.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. No good. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. It was up for...
high-powered offenses, and they're not just talented, they're relentless.
And it's the Mavericks to start out. Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. Now here's Porzingis. Kick out to Brown. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. We discussed just how difficult Jason Tatum is to guard and what he wants his team to do against him. And Coach told me he's a very talented and polished player. I told our guys to stay in front of him, don't fall for the pump fakes, play smart and under control. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if they're up to the task. Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
A big athletic finish by Brown, polishing off the lob pass with authority.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Brown, that's good.
That's just Jaylen Brown putting in the work in close.
Tatum against Davis. Irving for 3. Boston with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
No problems knocking that one down.
With his feet set, Tatum's going to make you pay.
Irving against Holiday. They set the screen. Shoots a fadeaway. Here's Gafford, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Outside Tatum. They kick it out to Porzingis. No good on the triple.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Davis. Boston has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Out to the wing. Outside White. Outside Brown. With the drive. And the jam by Brown.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
Irving for 3. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. They trail by 1. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
The 3 from Thompson. Pass to Davis. Fires from deep. Rebound Boston. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Outside, Brown. Stolen by Davis. Here they come with numbers in transition. It's stolen by Holiday. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Back to Tatum. 1:05 left in the first quarter of the game. Porzingis passes to Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. And he's going for the lob. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
So for Dallas, Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Marshall comes in for Washington. And Williams is subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Al Horford's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for White. Now here's Holiday. No points so far. Over Thompson. And there's Horford on the assist from Holiday.
Yeah, the moment Horford has the rock down low, good night. I mean, just too many moves from the vet.
Outside, Williams. On the wing, Thompson. Outside, Williams. Fires for 3. Horford pulls it in. Here's Pritchard, covered by Lively. Horford, a screen on Lively. Pritchard, the pass to Horford. Three-pointer, no good. Here's Davis. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. It's been all about... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Najee Marshall is out there with Dante Exum. Then there's Derek Lively. Then it's Williams. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Hauser. Cornette sets a screen. Hauser passes to Cornette. Shoots over Lively. Goes back up. Outside Holiday. Tipped. From deep three-point land. And the ball out of bounds. The Celtics will have it. And one guy with a vested interest in Dallas tonight, Mark Cuban.
Yeah, you better believe it. He's been an incredible addition to this league in every way. Sometimes controversial, but that's what pioneers are like. And he put the Mavs on the map from the time he appeared on the scene.
Irving's checked in for Williams. Craig is checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Holiday. Now here's Irving. Pass to Exum. Back to Irving. 20 feet out. And he nails the jumper. Irving's got 5.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Here's Cornette, covered by Lively. Here's Pritchard. Back to Cornette. The 3-ball. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for him that time.
Here's Marshall, defended by Craig. Beyond the arc. Marshall with the bucket. Marshall's got his first 3 points of the game.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Cornette at the post. Lively's there. Boston again missing.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Here's Cornette. Cornette sets a screen to the left side wing. For 3. Hits it. Now 2 of 6 from the field. Stand back in your early coaching days. What was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Nice. Now here's White. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Porzingis. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. From deep three-point range. And Craig pulls it down.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And so it's Porzingis with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Trailing by 2. Pritchard, the pass to Porzingis. Porzingis punishing inside.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
The 3 from Washington. Gets the 3 to fall. Washington's got 6 points.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Right side, Porzingis. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Marshall. Dallas leading by 3. And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Davis, he's checked in for Gafford. Klay Thompson comes in for Marshall. And Williams is subbed in for Irving. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Horford, he's checked in for Craig. Tatum comes in for Hauser. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for White. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard.
No chance. Davis, just too much to handle on the defensive side.
Here's Christie. Counted from distance. Christie's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Washington against Horford. Pass to Brown. Launches it. Clock at 6. For 3, Porzingis. Boston, no good that time either. And so it's Dallas leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice... Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. We're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Wow, it's been quite a game for Jaylen Brown.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And coach, a perennial all-defense performer, Drew Holiday. Fearsome at that end of the floor in particular.
Yeah, Brian, he's as good a defensive guard as there is. Great size and strength at the point guard spot. You combine that with his IQ and his competitive will, he is a problem on a nightly basis.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure.
That's good hustle. Tatum beating several guys up the floor, putting himself in a position to contribute.
Up top, Davis. All sorts of time. Connects. The jumper drops. Davis has got 7 points.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Tatum to the rack. Brown passes to Holiday. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. And that ties it up.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Here's Irving. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play. A hard-fought matchup. 7 lead changes thus far.
And these teams have been sparring from the get-go, neither able to land the knockout blow.
Cornette's checked in for Boston.
And in terms of raw talent, Kyrie Irving is a step up from a lot of other guys. He just has an innate ability to create things out on the floor and make tricky shots.
Nice D from Gafford.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
AD stretching the floor.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Outside Holiday, stolen by Davis. Washington passes to Irving from deep three-point land. Davis with a screen on Holiday. Back to Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
They don't come much easier than that. Irving always putting the ball right on the money.
Tatum passes to White. Here's Cornette. Can they get it? And he goes in for the dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback. Ouch.
That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Celtics trail by 8. A good look from Brown. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Brown's got 11.
Well, this is what Brown was looking for. He just needed the ball, and then instantly his shot was up.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. JT for 3.
Well, if you let him shoot freely, you're going to give up a lot of trays.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Lively, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dinwiddie comes in for Washington. Horford inside. Check by Davis. And there's a 3-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Marshall, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Christie comes in for Thompson. And Williams is subbed in for Irving. The Mavericks lead by 3. Dinwiddie outside. Buries it from 3. Dinwiddie's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
The exceptional quickness Dinwiddie brings to his plays. He lets that shot off out of nowhere.
Tatum inside. Marshall's there. Here's Horford. The kick to Tatum. No good from outside.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Rebounded by the Celtics. 29 seconds left in the third quarter. Horford passes to Pritchard. Horford, a screen on Dinwiddie. It's Brown on the wing. Stolen by Dinwiddie.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Pass to Tatum. This one for 3. That shot off. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Washington and Lively down low. Klay Thompson is out there with Williams. And it's Christie in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Brown against Washington. With the floater. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
An authoritative play by Porzingis, dominating the glass and getting the second chance look.
Davis with a screen on Brown. The 3 from Washington. The shot comes out. And so it's Porzingis with it. He brings it up for Boston. 4-point game. Kick out to Brown. Back to Porzingis. Excellent D there from Davis.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Fires the 3. Connects from downtown. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
And what you love most about Davis is his confidence, because it's what helps him take over games.
It's stolen by Irving. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Davis finds Thompson. Now the Celtics on the move. A good look from Horford. Again, the miss by Boston. Dallas leading by 7. Here's Lively. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Boston's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Good work there as it goes.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
On the wing, Irving. Again, the miss by Dallas.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
White looking it over. Porzingis sets a screen. Puts up a three. Washington grabs the miss. Washington's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Thompson for 3. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
With perfect mechanics, too. Klay Thompson's jumper is a work of art, an all-time shooter.
Holiday drives in. Over Irving. Horford outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
The fadeaway. Pass to Thompson. That three's off the mark.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Horford passes to Brown. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Gafford, he's checked in for Dallas. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Irving. Out to Thompson. And stolen by Porzingis. Brown against Washington. Up top, Tatum. And stolen by Irving. And now the Mavs on the run. Sinks it from distance. And the Mavericks lead by 9. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Also, guys, they put in maximum effort on the offensive glass. Great determination to follow shots and not giving up on the possessions.
Davis, the pass to Irving. Davis with a screen on Holiday. Irving, shot clock at 6. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. And now an 11-point Maverick lead. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Takes the 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
It hasn't been all bad shots for him, but you wouldn't know that looking at his percentage from the field.
Thompson fires from way outside, and it's all from three-point range. Outside Porzingis. Kick out to Brown. There's 25 seconds left in the game. The layup off target. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Outside Holiday.
Drew Holiday.
Irving fires from way outside. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Even all right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Davis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Pocket 6. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Gafford.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task. Guys?
Thanks, David.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
For the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The fire that Irving plays with, admirable. I mean, you can feel it. When you make a 3 on him, it's payback time. He's coming at you.
Now, here's Holmgren. Holmgren with a screen on Gafford. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Poked loose and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Davis in the corner. Irving sets a screen for Davis. Another 3 for Dallas.
When your big man can pop out and knock down the corner 3, it certainly opens up the whole offense.
Holmgren the pass to Dort. The kick out to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, he is looking confident. I love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Irving. Thompson outside. Davis with a screen on Hartenstein. Thompson passes to Davis. Over Holmgren. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. It's up a 3. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
On the wing, Irving. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3, Williams. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Perfect. No good there off the double clutch.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Williams. He's got 9. That's no good, and he's 3 for 5. But we were just talking, P.J. Washington has improved his defense, hasn't he?
He really has been intentional about getting better at that end of the floor. And, you know, he always had a good foundation for potentially being an outstanding defender, but then he put the work in. You know, he does a great job with his positioning. He's got excellent positional size, and because of all of that in his work, he's a versatile defender now that can make an impact at that end of the floor. Well, you got to mind your business around Irving when you've got the ball. He'll pick your pocket in no time.
Under trailing by 3. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort. Over in the corner, Williams. Drills it from outside. Williams has got 12 points in the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Holmgren with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Dort wide open. From outside the arc, Anthony Davis grabs the miss. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Washington. Thompson surveying the floor. For three. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Dallas. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Spencer Dinwiddie. Also Williams out there. Derek Lively is out there with Dante Exum. And it's Marshall in at the 4 slot. Dallas has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
And the Thunder with the possession here. Following the score by Dallas.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now, here's Marshall. Lively a screen on Williams. Marshall can't hit. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Wallace outside. Fires for 3. No good on that one. Mavericks trail by 3. Dinwiddie for 3. Rebound by Wallace. And now in transition is Wallace. Here we go. That doesn't go either for Wallace. Dallas has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. And was maybe a step out of his range.
Connects from three-point range. Wallace has got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder. Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball, but I don't think anybody likes, 1, guys flopping the draw fouls, and then 2, whining when fouls aren't called.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, he has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. Mavericks trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Dinwiddie's got 5.
Well, it's all about being confident from there for Spencer Dinwiddie. A capable threat from distance now.
Mitchell, this is to Williams. Williams against Lively. Mitchell wide open. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He has 5. Marshall inside the three-point line. Again, the Mavericks score.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Here's Mitchell. A three ball. Good on the triple. Mitchell's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Williams from outside. Another three for Dallas.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
The Thunder with the lead. Mitchell with it. Guarded now by Marshall. There's Williams with the three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Pass to Lively. There's the triple. No good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Wallace misses.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Marshall sets a screen for Williams, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Substitution on the court.
Now Mitchell puts up a deep three. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, Jalen Williams, getting it done today.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
So for Oklahoma City right now, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. And on the way from Irving for 3. The Thunder lead by 4. The 3. Davis down low. Working on Holmgren. Davis kicks to Gafford. 4 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with him.
They get it back. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Spins. The kick out to Williams. Nailed from three-point land.
3 points.
And now a 7-point Thunder lead.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
Wasted no time on that one. Davis has got 10.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
First team foul.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And Gilgeous...
Oh, man. Oh, now that hurts the defense there. Stylish move by SGA.
Washington with it. Still yet to score. Washington sets the pick for Thompson. Back to Washington. 5 on the clock. There's the 3. Out to Thompson. Stolen by Dort. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Thunder have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder leading by 8. That one good for 2. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points for the quarter.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now here's Gafford. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Dallas has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
It's stolen by Hartenstein. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Williams with a clean look. Hits the jumper in space. Williams has got the lead up to 13 now for the Thunder.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Holmgren in the post. Washington's on him.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by Irving. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Washington against Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Washington. On the wing, Thompson. Davis with a screen on George. Washington finds Davis. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Substitution on the court.
12 seconds left to play in the third. It's Dort on the wing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and in on the layup. 13 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their hit.
And so it's Oklahoma City, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. Christie is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Marshall in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Pass to Christie. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Dort. And he jams it with authority.
Athletic play from Dort on the drive. Coming in hot and finishing it off with the slam.
Lively finds Irving. And he's good on the three ball.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
And the call will be against Derek Lively. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks making a change here. Davis is checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Joe. And there's the drive. Out to Wallace. Clock at 6. From past the arc. And the three ball is good. And the Thunder lead by 19.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on deep.
It's Washington high post. And Davis throws it down.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
The Thunder leading by 17. Williams dishes to Mitchell. Fires the three. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Loads it up for Davis, and Davis pulls it down.
When AD gets going like this, it's almost impossible to slow him down. He's got so many different ways to beat you.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Mavericks with some changes. Daniel Gafford comes in for Derek Lively. That's Thompson in for Christie. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Shoots the three. Rebounded by Gafford. Mavericks trail by 15. Gafford sets the pick for Davis. And Davis pulls it down.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen.
And fellas, he pulled it off to perfection. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
And finished off by Anthony Davis.
Davis puts it down with a 40. This team is just going wild about it. Man, that was impressive.
Joe passes to Mitchell. Outside Williams. Back to Mitchell. Joe with it. Washington's on him. Joe, good.
Assisted by Mitchell.
Here's Dallas. They're on a 14-5 run here. Irving with it. Williams picks him up. Irving can't get it to go.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
To the inside. Mitchell kicks to Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Tries the spin move. Wallace against Thompson. Fires the three. They get it again. Mitchell outside. Here's Wallace. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. The deep three from Thompson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Joe, good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And the Thunder lead by 13.
He's a high flyer! Oh, look at that elevation and throw down. Oh!
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Thunder. For the three. And no good that time. Not sure the miracle, Craig, is on hand here tonight for them.
Well, they need one, but gonna play it until the final whistle.
Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Hits it from three-point range.
Boy, an excellent passer for a big man. P.J. Washington's floor awareness, impressive.
Oh, and just pound it in! Pound it in!
Goodness. Oh! Woo! How about that?
Nice shot by Thompson. It's stolen by Davis. Over Mitchell. It's in. And now it's just a 4-point Thunder lead. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one.
contributor. That can be a challenge. Now, we'll see how they overcome it.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4. Hardenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. Doris, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. When we talk about top arm ball defenders, he's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive. He's on that list. Truly can do it all.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Knocks it down from distance.
You can see the work Lou Dort has put in to make himself a threat from 3. That's a pretty-looking shot right there.
Porzingis with a screen on Holmgren. There's Tatum with the 3. He buries it from 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williams passes to Hartenstein. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
7'6" wingspan, sending it back. Kristaps Porzingis with the rejection.
Porzingis with a screen on Holmgren. They kick it out to Porzingis. The 3 is up. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. Great D that time from Porzingis. Boston's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. White with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. White finds Porzingis. Sends it home from 3-point land.
Well, he's got the green light. Porzingis understands. Be ready on the catch.
And the expression, not enough touches to go around. To the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, BA, if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that. What we know about Lou Dort is this guy is an excellent defender. He's got size, strength, versatility. You can basically throw him at the other team's best offensive weapon night after night.
Porzingis for 3. Again, the miss by Porzingis. The Thunder have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein, and the shot goes. Hartenstein's gotten his second bucket.
We are talking about a 6'6" point guard. Shea has got a great view of the floor. What an easy pass.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul. Horford, he's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for White. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Outside Holiday. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Brown against Williams. And Williams punches it home.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. And finished off by Tatum.
How about that? The quick feet, quick thinking makes the play an easy one in screen and roll action for Jason Tatum.
Pass to Holmgren. A minute 22 left in the first. Rebound Boston. Outside Tatum. Here's Horford. The kick to Tatum from the arc. Hartenstein pulls it in. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Williams misses. On the wing, Holiday. From outside the arc. Nails it from 3. Holiday's got 6 points.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tatum pulls it in. Boston on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. And Boston with some changes. Cornette's checked in for Tatum. And it's Hauser in for Jaylen Brown. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tries again. No problem from Hartenstein as he finishes at the rim. 6 points for him.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Pass to Cornette. Shoots over Hartenstein. The bank shot, no good. Oklahoma City trailing. And here's Holmgren. Back to Williams. There's the three. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Hauser passes to Pritchard. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Boston out in front. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. They've got Williams, Case and Wallace out there with Mitchell. Then it's Kenrich Williams, and it's Joe in at the 3 spot. Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence. You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Here's Pritchard, checked by Mitchell. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Wallace outside to the middle. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Williams into the lane. Boston pulls it in.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Outside Porzingis. They set a pick. Back to Pritchard. Lets it go from deep. Wallace pulls it in. Thunder trail by 5. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Second chance shot. The kick out to Williams. Outside Joe. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Williams. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
Pass to Cornette. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Goes back up. The kick out to White. Hauser passes to Pritchard. 3-pointer off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And you know, you look at someone like Peyton Pritchard, Doris, heady guy who doesn't make many mistakes.
BA, maybe his best attribute in my mind is the competitive spirit and the motor he plays with. He's a fearless shot taker, either inside or from 3-point range. He makes excellent choices with his passes. But again, I go back to that competitive toughness.
And that one drops.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Cornette sets a screen. Pritchard, the pass to Cornette. Over Mitchell. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Cornette's got his first 2 points. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Williams from long range. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Cornette's got 4 rebounds now. White for 3. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. And out of bounds, Boston will have it. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Al Horford's checked in for Cornette. Jason Tatum comes in for Porzingis. Brown, he's checked in for Hauser. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. Tatum to the rack, and the layup is good. Tatum's got 7 points in the game.
Well, Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
Pass to Horford. And here's Brown for 3. And Brown knocking down the triple.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Joe with the ball. Brown's there. Here's Williams. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. And stolen by Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
Yeah, they want this to be a transition game. It's where they've been most effective.
Yeah, they've had less success when they allow the defense to get set. That's why they want to keep pushing the pace.
Tatum with it. He's got 7. 1 second left. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. 9 points in the game. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Celtics up by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis in center. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Brown in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's Holmgren. Shot from the low post is good. Well, Doris, for a while, the amount of three-pointers seemed to grow exponentially. I think it's plateaued now.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure I agree that it's plateaued. What we do know unequivocally is these organizations have defined how to be the most efficient basketball team. And each and every year, we're setting records in that category. They're just getting smart about the kinds of shots you want and when. We're seeing more shots at the rim, and we're still heavily emphasizing the three-point line.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Ryan, you agree?
I do, and you can tell. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
At the line for your Celtics.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls,
The play is under video review under NBA rules.
Policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And that one falls for Tatum. You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring. But Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
And Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game. Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. And stolen by Porzingis. And Tatum flying in for the fast break delivery.
Jason Tatum is capable of explosive nights offensively. If you're the defense, you better lock in right now.
Porzingis grabs the board. Boston leading by 6. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Here's Tatum. Lets the three fly. Porzingis misses.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Williams' shot is good. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
Pass to Porzingis. And stolen by Holmgren. Here's Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Brown. Williams from long range. The rebound, Celtics. Left side White. And stolen by Williams. Here's Hartenstein. Lays it up and banks it in. And now just a 2-point Celtic lead.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Here's Tatum. Kick out to Brown. Holiday from long range. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. The Thunder have gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. Williams from long range. Pure from three-point range. Williams has got 9 points.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. I love seeing these type of results. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Craig comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's Hauser in for White. Here's Porzingis. What a finish from Porzingis.
I tell you, at 7'3" to have that kind of body control, Kristaps Porzingis makes it look easy.
And of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
And that one's good. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Pass to Joe. Back to Mitchell. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Horford, he's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Holiday.
Peyton Pritchard.
Celtics on D. Outside, Williams. 4 on the clock. Here's Wallace. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
JB off the bounce. And the jam by Brown.
How confident is Jaylen Brown in his handle? The dribble drive through traffic, really nice.
And the basket by Joe. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to improve their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Puts it up off the inbound. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Oklahoma's. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Celtics trail by 6. And Oklahoma City, looking at who they've got, some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at small forward. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Let's remember, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 6'6", so getting on the interior is not a problem.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
White, the pass to Horford. Horford gets it done inside.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Some changes for Boston. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Horford, and Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard.
Kristaps Porzingis.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Celtics trail by 6. Outside Tatum. Driving inside. Tatum will take it all the way for the jam.
Well, just the power and authority sends a powerful message to the defense. Go to work, Jason Tatum.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. Kick out to Brown. Offline with a 3. Thunder leading by 7. And it's Williams off the drive. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, you love that SGA putting that athleticism to work. Go hit the glass.
Tatum, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Tatum against Gilgeous-Alexander. Tatum, good. Tatum's got 14 points now in the second half.
Yeah, just doing his part. Staying active and converting at a high rate.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. Pass to Hartenstein. And out of bounds. Boston will have it.
Boston ball.
Celtics trail by 7. Here's Tatum. Here he goes. Oh, look out. A strong take by Tatum.
This guy is such a gifted offensive player. Jason Tatum, tough to handle off the dribble drive.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Misses in close. For Boston, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Back to Tatum. This one for 3. That won't go either for Tatum. Thunder leading by 5. Here's Williams. Yeah, that one's good.
Oh, I love the ferocity on the drive. Williams doesn't lack confidence tearing towards the rim.
The drive by Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Holmgren. Tatum. Oh, Tatum with a throwdown.
Jason Tatum under duress of the shot clock. Big moment, no problem.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Goes up again. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. The kick to Tatum. Launches it. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Tatum looking it over. Outside Holiday to take the lead. Oh, the trifecta! And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
And the technical free throw is good.
Now, this guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Down low, Hartenstein.
Down it! Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch. Unshakable trust in Jason Tatum in this sort of situation. Their staff just puts the ball in his hands and lets him make plays.
Here's SGA, the turnaround jumper. Here's Hartenstein. And he's going to the line. And no surprise here. At this stage of the game,
and even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Sinks the clutch free throw. He can't sink it, and that was an important free throw.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And so it's Boston with it, and so they choose to intentionally foul. Ooh, knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Well, this game has the feel that it could come down to the wire, so that is just the kind of success they need to have at the foul line.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
So the first one drops, and that'll put them up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
Delivering exactly what they needed from the line. He secures the 3-point lead.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout, and a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
They should have a play prepared for this scenario. Little time, you need a 3. Of course, the D will be guarding the line, but no one said it was going to be easy.
So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. What a performance they had.
away with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Irving is out there with Klay Thompson. Then there's Daniel Gafford. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Davis at the force. It's good.
Such a confident jumper. It's just like Kyrie knows it's going in the minute he releases it.
Tatum kicks to Holiday. Back to Tatum. This one for three. They get the rebound. Now, here's Washington. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Misses the three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
And here's Boston. Brown outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Brown showing the quick release with the pull-up there.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. He told me, now that team goes as Anthony Davis goes. When AD is feeling good and he's in rhythm, everything clicks. Coach said we'll need a team effort at both ends. Our communication has to be excellent, and even then, we're not going to completely stop them. Guys?
Thank you, David. And it's Brown missing. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And Thompson launches it from deep. Gafford passes to Davis. Davis setting the pick for Thompson. Buries the long-range jumper.
You just can't let Klay find any looks anywhere from the three-point line. He makes quick work from the coffin corner.
Tatum looking around. For Davis. Tatum's shot is off.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Holiday, and it's good, 2 points.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
It's stolen by Davis.
2 minutes remaining.
Moving against Tatum.
2 minutes.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Here's Brown. Brown jams it in.
Come on, Jalen. That's just ridiculous.
Mavericks leading by 4. Dinwiddie kicks to Marshall. Launches it. Good on the three-point shot.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Cornette. And that one, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 4. Irving from long range. The rebound by the Celtics. Here's Pritchard. Hands it from downtown.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Lively screen on Horford. 3, Marshall. It's hauled in by Brown. Boston, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Dallas shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Celtics on offense. They've got an 8-0 run. And they double up Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Cornette. Second chance shot. Tries yet again. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Cornette's got 5.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Dinwiddie for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. 5 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Brown, and that one drops. He's got 9.
And something we don't see nearly as much as we used to, the finger roll.
Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for the Celtics. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then it's Williams. And there's Klay Thompson, and it's Washington in at the small forward position. Williams outside. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
It's stolen by Davis. Davis setting the pick for Williams. Offline from the top of the key. The Celtics with the lead. Tatum dishes to Holiday. Over Williams. The kick out to Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Davis. Tatum no good.
Yeah, awkward shot there. I mean, creative on the leaner, but the D just made it too difficult for him to convert.
Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Porzingis inside. Covered by Gafford. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim, but that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Boston. Christie, he's checked in for Dallas. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Glad they're still together. Here's Porzingis. And good. That thing was that time as it falls. Porzingis has got 4 points this quarter.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
13 feet away. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Outside for Davis. Three-pointer. And Davis nails the 3.
It's always a good sign when the 3 is falling for Davis. It really opens up the rest of his game.
Arguably one of the best bigs of his generation, Anthony Davis. I know you admire his game.
Well, he takes over the game on both ends of the floor. You would look at a Tim Duncan, a Kevin Garnett, a guy that can beat you with 5 blocks, or a guy that can dominate the post and score 25 a night.
9 feet out. Rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one. 11 feet away. That doesn't go either for Davis. Celtics have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And Holiday kicks to Craig. Tatum against Christian. Tatum down low. Tatum gets it inside.
Look, this dude is well built, man. He's a specimen. He's 6'8". Look, he's going to score inside if he gets that close.
Here's Christie. Oh, good with the triple. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Boston. Outside Tatum. The kick out to Holiday. Here's Craig. His three-pointers off the mark. Mavericks shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. The Celtics have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. White the pass to Tatum. The three is drilled by Tatum.
Well, Tatum is the obvious option for the catch and shoot. He's such an efficient scorer.
On the wing, Thompson. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And Davis sends it back.
It's the length of Davis that makes it so hard to shoot over top of.
Boston has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Now, Craig. He has yet to score. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. AD.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Brown in at the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
Whenever the ball leaves Clay's hands, it is the same every single time. You always feel like it's going in. He's that good of a shooter.
Tatum's shot is off. Here's Dallas, taken away by Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
Rushing off the contact look. The dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
On the wing, Thompson. Light covering. And again, the turnover by the Mavericks. And Richard, talking about Anthony Davis for a second. When healthy, he's still one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, his health has always been a question mark for quite a while, Kevin. But make no mistake, when AD's good to go, he's one of the best players in the world.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Luke Cornett comes in for Porzingis. And it's Horford in for Jason Tatum.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Buries it down low. Now it's a 6-point Boston lead.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the back.
And the foul on Drew Holiday.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Celtics. Hauser's checked in. And it's Pritchard in for Drew Holiday. And then for Dallas, Dante Exum comes in for P.J. Washington. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Klay Thompson. Round the pass to Cornett. And Lively pulls it down. Mavericks trail by 3. Inside.
A solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Here's Cornette. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Exum. Another 3 for Dallas.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
To the paint. Here's Cornette. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. That puts them in the lead. Exum's got 6 points in the quarter.
And how about the awareness of Dinwiddie? Excellent job spotting the open teammate there.
Pass to Cornette. And Lively pulls it down.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Celtics have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And the shot goes down. Cornette's got 15. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Dinwiddie for 3. It's hauled in by Cornette. Cornette's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Brown. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. The Mavericks trailing. Irving surveying the floor. Launches a 3. Dallas no good that time either.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Brown, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And the balance Brown has on these takes, refusing to let the D get the upper hand.
A different look for Dallas. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Marshall. Christie comes in for Exum, and it's Williams in for Dinwiddie. Christie bangs on the trifecta. Christie's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game, and finished off by Brown.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
Here's Irving. He takes it in. Here's Christie. Offensive rebound. Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand in the fourth? And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. And 1 forward, Thompson. And the other forward, Washington. Williams is out there with Christie. And it's Davis at center. Here's Tatum. Sinking that tough shot, Jason Tatum.
And I have no clue how he got that one to fall. Pulling some magic in the midair and torturing the defense in the process.
Williams dishes to Davis. Porzingis with the steal. Brown outside. And the dunk by Brown.
Well, that was good defense, but Brown, he's just too good and just continues all the way
play through it. Took him no time at all on that one. And the Mavericks lead by 1. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Washington with it. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And also, they're continuing to take advantage on the offensive glass. Those extra possessions paying off in second chance points.
Tatum finds Porzingis. Out to White. Celtics passing it around. It's stolen by Davis. And now Davis pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Look, you always want to see your big man run the floor. There is no questioning Davis's effort on these plays.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Christie against White. Christie the pass to Washington. Shot clock at 6. Thompson for the triple. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for the Mavericks. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Washington.
There's one for the low light. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Dallas making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Holiday with it. Guarded now by Irving. Brown drives in. Out to Porzingis. Three-pointer. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Davis wide open. He shoots. That 3 off the mark. For Boston, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Deflects the pass. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford.
Number 2, Derek Lively.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Brown. Brown jams it in.
There you go, JB. I love his confidence. One of his strongest traits.
Washington passes to Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. The kick out to Tatum. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And Lively pulls it down.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
The 3. The rebound by the Celtics. Here's Tatum. And White with the stuff.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's what his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Porzingis trying to get free. And here is Washington. Outside Irving. Pass to Lively. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Porzingis. And the foul called on P.J. Washington. That's his first foul. Christie's checked in for the Mavericks. Outside Holiday. And here's Porzingis. And Lively pulls it down. Here are the Mavericks now. A 2-point game. 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Davis looking for an opening. Off target from outside. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Boston. Outside, White. Pass to Holiday. Bullseye!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most. Stolen
by Holiday. And here's Porzingis for a three. Off the mark. And so it's Boston scraping by with the... Thanks so much, David. And that'll do it, folks. And so...